Why do they need to care is that when we're talking about state-sponsored attacks or kind of all this Chinese, Russian, Iranian different APTs, is that definitely their goal is not, I don't know, small, medium enterprise, but they need to test their development somewhere. This is one. Two, it's about disruption still. There they can attack, maybe the main focus is, I don't know, some critical infrastructure, but how they can address this critical infrastructure by infecting different supply chains and contractors and suppliers. That's the main.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it in terms of like, the first example I gave with China and Russia working together, right? Well, who builds the stuff that makes our power grid work? Who builds the controllers, right? That, controls the water supply in the system, or how much chlorine or fluoride goes into a system, because there was a literal hack that happened. I don't know if it was this year, might have been last year, where the FBI found that some foreign actor had hacked into the water supply of like the whole East Coast, and they were probing and seeing if they could modify how much fluoride or chlorine was in the water. Think about that, like great way to, poison an entire population all at once. No one would know, like what's been done in other attacks, right? Like more advanced attacks is like even the digital meters on it that are maintaining these things, they get hacked. And so they're representing like, hey, it's a normal read when, it's anything but normal, right? We're living in like uncharted territory, right? And, it
Absolutely.
kind of, it takes me back to like my grandparents. My grandparents grew up, in the 20s and 30s, right? So like they had, shelters underground. They had extensive pantries with water and canned goods and, food that wouldn't expire, all that sort of stuff, right? Like they just had it. And I remember being little, going over to their place, and it was like, okay, if it's not in the fridge, check the pantry. Well, if it's not in the big pantry, like upstairs, we'll go downstairs in the basement, because the basement has like literally a grocery store down there of everything that you could think of. And I mean, sure enough, they always had it. And it was just like, well, why would we not have it? Like we have a family, like if something happens in the world, and this is like the 90s, right? Like to date myself specifically, I'm over there in the 90s, and we're like, Grandma, what are you doing with all this stuff? Like didn't even think about it.